Industrial engineering is a branch of engineering that involves figuring out how to make or do things better. Industrial engineers are concerned with reducing production costs, increasing efficiency, improving the quality of products and services, ensuring worker health and safety, protecting the environment, and complying with government regulations. To further understand what industrial engineers do, let's define some keywords. Efficiency is the ratio of the useful work performed by a machine. On the other hand, productivity means the level of output of a given process relative to the level of input. Productivity is usually increased by labor, capital, and technology. This is what industrial engineers try to do. But how can we visualize what industrial engineers do? Picture this. You're returning from the grocery store with your mom. The trunk is full of groceries, and now you both have to take them all from the driveway to the kitchen. I know it's a heavy task that takes quite a while, but if you two decide to form a human chain, this task would be quite easier. Your mom takes the grocery bags out of the car and leaves them at the front door, and you grab them at the front door and take them to the kitchen. Doing a chain like this one would mean that both your mom and you would work less and for a shorter amount of time. As a result, both of you are more productive. Industrial engineering can also be seen in everyday life. Picture the boarding process of an airplane. Which of the following methods do you think would work best, meaning it takes the least amount of time? A. Boarding from the back to the front. B. Boarding from the front to the back. C. Random unassigned seating, as in first come first serve. D. Outside-in method, meaning window seats first, then middle seats, and then finally aisle seats. The most logical answer might seem to be to start boarding from the back and move to the front, but it's actually the slowest method, since people access the overhead bins at the same time, near each other. Theoretically, the outside-in method would drastically reduce time, but it's inconvenient for families since they can't board together. However, this is still not the fastest method. Unassigned seating has proven to be the quickest method to board, the method that Southwest uses. Now picture how a restaurant operates. Restaurants get hundreds of orders every day consisting of a large variety of dishes. An industrial engineer can be hired to study the number of customers and orders placed to determine how many chefs should be hired, and even the kitchen design. Some of these designs include island layout, which features one main block of workstation in the center and preparations on the sides. Zone layout, which is where the kitchen is divided into different areas for different tasks. And assembly line layout, which consists of one continuous workspace that allows a constant flow of products. Now, which of these types of kitchen designs do you think is more efficient? Surprisingly, there's no definite right answer. Each layout works best for different types of restaurants. For example, the assembly type layout works great for sandwich and fast food restaurants, while zone layouts work best for restaurants with lots of pre-made items such as fruits and salads. The professional field for industrial engineers is also abundant. One of the biggest companies that hire industrial engineers is Disney. Disney works hand in hand with industrial engineers every day to improve customer experience on all of their parks. For example, industrial engineers might receive data on how many people stay on Disney resorts a day to determine how many check-in stations will need to be built. They also study guest traffic from Disney resorts to the parks to determine the number of buses that should operate a route and during which times of the day. Industrial engineers also help design lines so that they flow better and appear to be more empty. The snake-type line works great since they appear to be emptier than they really are. Industrial engineers help determine every little detail of Disney parks. Industrial engineering is a very broad field that allows the individual to immerse in both the business and engineering worlds. It also allows creativity to flow, which means that no day of work will be alike. In general, industrial engineers love to incorporate both sides of the brain, the technical and creative aspects, into their projects.